after 45 minutes of wonderful immersion in the world of music, we thought it's time to acknowledge and also invite on stage a representative from the Christ University who actually given us the Audi and the facilities and made this possible. So may I now invite Professor Vinayak Bhatt to please share with us a few of his thoughts. And also before that, we'll be playing a short video on Christ University. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to welcome again the audience. My job is to just introduce something about Christ University and Institute of Management to the audience. Many of you may be knowing we are a growing institute. We have now increased our student strength and campuses. 4 campuses now will be operational in Bangalore. And also we started our MBA programs in Lavasa and Ghaziabad this year as well. We are happy to connect with NHRD I think from last decade. I think it all started from year 2004 when Palla was talking about triads. I think that was the first time we started networking with NHRD and started participating in the events. So I must thank a couple of people here in NHRD for this continued support. One, of course, is Dr. Pallab, whom we are associated for now quite some time, and Naga Siddharth as well for their continuous support and guidance. I am here along with my colleagues of HR fraternity. We always felt we in HR team, it's a good platform for us to connect with NHRD and do some kind of a programs and build our focus, make a better connection with industry as well. Couple of things about Christ University. I would like to say that we have lots of courses now coming up especially in interdisciplinary courses. I'll be happy to say that from this year onwards, we are starting MSc in Strategic Management. We're also starting MSc in Behavioral Science, MSc in Development Studies, and also MA in Economics, things like that. Apart from our programs in engineering, we have a Kengeri campus fully residential in terms of engineering as well. So apart from law, engineering, science, and arts and management, we also are expanding our things in terms of courses and also as well faculty and students. We have started MBA programs in Lavasa and Ghaziabad this year. We hope to build on that. We're also starting new campuses in Bannerghatta Road and Yashwantpur as well. So this is in brief about the Christ University, and at the Institute of Management, we have offering specializations in terms of general management, human resource, LOS, lean operation systems, marketing and finance. We also recently tied up with IBM for analytics lab. We are putting our focus more on now analytics as it's happening in big time or big way in the industry. So it's our pleasure to connect with NHRD as well. And then on behalf of all our deans, directors and faculty, I appreciate the cooperation and the support from NHRD, and I wish each one of you as NHRD members and family members a memorable evening. Enjoy this day. The day belongs to you. I hope you're already having a fruitful day, and then you're going to have for some more time. So from our side, we continue to look forward better ties with NHRD. With any kind of support, we are there as an academic institution. We will continue to I'm here to reinforce our continued relationship with NHRD. Thank you one and all, each one of the NHRD members, past presidents, all the executive members for showing your continued kind of interest and support with us. Thank you one and all.
Vinayak, and it was really nice to see that the Christ College is going greater heights, and NHRD and Christ have had a long association, and we take it forward to make it more stronger. Today's evening is about NHRD Total Recall. So to commemorate this 25 years of our glorious journey, we have a cake coming our way. I request the executive committee members of across the years to please come over to the dais to celebrate this special moment along with us.
Can we also have some of our younger friends kids who probably not been playing with their parents when they were too busy with the executive committee work, right? So could we have the kids also?
Yeah, the little stars
Yeah, the
present
little
over
stars,
here,
yeah.
request all of you
Yeah,
to
we
please
have our
come
first
forward.
little
Oh,
star.
yeah.
Could we have a round of applause, please? We have many more joining here. Other office bearers, executive committee members, those who played an active role while not being an executive committee member as well, please come over to the stage. We'd like to have one big joint group photograph. Dr. Pallab.
May I have Charles on the dais, please? Charles. Sunita is there? Nandini? Raghu? Yeah, request all of you to please come at the earliest.
Can we have some music, please?
Cake will be distributed during dinner, so please do wait till then. Can we have a round of applause? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Sometimes a short walk down memory lane is all it takes to appreciate where we are today. Yesterday is but today's memory, and tomorrow, today's dream. It's teamwork that makes the dream work.
So it's a time of reflections for the 25th year celebration. It is the finale of the year. So we have some of the key people who really made this year very special for all of us. So I request the next panelists to please come up on the stage as I continue to announce the names. First on is Mr. Sudesh Venkatesh, the current president of NHRD Bangalore chapter and also the CHRO Azim Premji Foundation. I request Mr. Jayant Narayan, the secretary NHRD Bangalore chapter again, and MD Radio to also please come over.
He's joining.
Yeah. Then we have Jishan, who's currently a consultant with the employee experts, who has led multiple initiatives within NHRD, so we can hear more from him about that. Ashok Kalappa, the ex-CHRO with the Red Bus, and currently on his own with, into a new venture that he started.
Yeah, he's joining us, yes.
So Michelle, who has been our face in connecting with social media and through the Facebook and other various social media networks. So we have her along with us today again. And to chair this and to moderate, I request Sheetal Iyer to please come over from Timber Media. So Timber Media is a private radio station which has helped us to podcast the various, the advertisements that you would have received about the podcast with every advertisement that you have given about this particular program. So thanks to Timber Media for having helped us with that. They also run a private radio station in large companies like Infosys. So over to Sheetal now to take forward this panel discussion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'd agree that it's very fascinating to sit here. We heard our earlier panel speakers reminisce about some of their experiences. They spoke about times when things really happened in houses, happened in restaurants that we consider, iconic places in Bangalore today. And here we are, 25 years down the line, sitting here and in this very popular auditorium that has seen, I think, several such celebrations, and celebrating our own milestone. So big round of applause, I think, to everyone who's been part of this journey. And it's especially exciting for me is because I came here wondering who are the people that I've spoken to. We did a couple of podcasts to basically understand and celebrate this particular milestone, and I spoke to a lot of people, and it was quite fascinating. Sometimes all you need is a voice to really connect with somebody, but it's double dhamaka, as I call it, when you get to see the people on stage as well, especially the people who've made it all happen. So today, earlier on, we looked at a 30,000-foot level of how things were, 25 years, achievements, challenges. I thought, why not focus a little bit on this year? Because this is the year of celebration, 25th year. So I thought I'd start with Sudhish. It must have been something for you to plan out 25 different events, to figure out how you would celebrate 2 consecutive awards for the best chapter. It must have been quite a task to ensure that this year went off smooth. If you would share some of those, high points of the 25th year, that would be great.
Right. They say when you start with a good intent, the universe conspires to help you, right? So we said, this is one of the marquee chapters of the country celebrating its 25 years, and we should do things which will be etched in the memory of people. And we spoke to people and asked them, look, what do you want the 25th year to look like? And there were 2 things that stood out. One, they said, look, why don't we have 25 top-class events in the 25th year? And second, they said, look, Bangalore has established a name for its HR showcase, and can we make the HR showcase the signature event of the 25th year? So we started with that, and I was fortunate to be blessed with a wonderful team, and people have told me that, look, the job of the president is to just assemble a great team and get out of the way. And that's exactly what I did. The 25 events just happened. And look at the kind of support that we got. Conference board with Wipro, McKinsey with Infosys, IBM with Kenexa. Top-class programs across the world were brought to Bangalore by the support of organizations. So I just go back to say that, look, if you have the right intent, the universe conspires to help you.
The universe conspires to help you if you have the right intent. In the event anyone missed those words off, I think that's something that everybody needs to save away and, dredge up at a more convenient time. But Sudhish, I really must ask you this. It's all, nice to come here, celebrate and all of that, but surely there must have been some heart-in-mouth kind of moment that you've been through.
Oh, there have been several. Okay. It's difficult to pick one.
The worst, maybe the worst would be the best.
Well, I think, in the moments that we were still finding sponsors and wondering how will we meet the budget that we had planned for the Silver Jubilee. So till the check was in the bank, it was grueling, tense moments.
Right. Well, money always is a bit of a scary thing for most people, no different for us over here. My next question, now I'm guessing a lot of you know quite a few of the people who are on stage over here with me. It's got to do with a very famous music personality, and you need to connect that personality with someone over here. I know this because I spoke to the person, but let's see if you know your NHRD fellow member just as well as I know him through his music. Michael Jackson. Who do you think likes Michael Jackson on this panel? Would the person raise their hand, the culprit? Ashu Kalapa is a person, when I spoke to him, requested for a Michael Jackson song and then, of course, also a Phil Collins song. Ashu, I have to ask you, as a member, we spoke about this. You've been pretty regular, and you said there was a time when you weren't, and, you know, you were sort of testing the waters a little bit. But it turns out you've been pretty much at all the events, and you have nothing but the best things to say about it. So what really, in this 25th year, since we're talking about this particular year, if you were to recount one spectacular moment for you with respect to being, you know, a member of NHRD, what would that be?
No, I think several. I think this year's been outstanding, and I've got to be a bit careful over here because there's some past presidents sitting over here, and I don't want them to feel that they didn't do a good job. But I think this year's been outstanding, and you know, several programs. I think the HR showcase was damn good. You know, there's so much to learn, and I feel that one of the things which has occurred to me, you know, as you grow in, what do you say, you know, as you grow in age and with years of experience, sometimes there's this small feeling that creeps up to you saying that you know everything and, you know, there's nothing much more to learn. And of course, we all, as good professionals, we try to push that feeling away. But I think the last 1 year has been really good. You know, every program that I've attended, you know, in fact, the last Thursday of every month is automatically, you know, blocked for NHRD. It's unfortunate that there are 1 or 2 months where, you know, something else has come up. But you know, one event that I really enjoyed was the event with Amazon. I thought this was an outstanding event, and it was compared beautifully. I think it does, you know, the compare has a very important job, and I think Sharad Sharma and Harish did a fantastic job, and I think the Amazon guys were great, and I think I learned a lot. Of course, I was slightly tense because Bala suddenly, out of nowhere, asked me to give the vote of thanks, and that always makes me a bit tense. But I thought that session was very good, yeah.
Since we're talking about some of the events, outstanding events of the year, of the 25th year, really, I thought I really must pass on my next question. You're wondering why I'm ignoring the lady here, but she will get her turn. All in good time. But I must throw this question to really Jayant Narayanan, and this has got to do with Showcase. Showcase is something that you've been terribly passionate about. Really, I mean, what goes into putting together something like a showcase? Obviously, a lot of buy-ins required from a whole lot of people, a lot of coordination, then you have your own work to do on top of all of that. Did you ever say to yourself, like, why? Why did I even think of this?
I think to pull off an event like the showcase, you have got to be crazy. One thing we did is we said that if the showcase goes really well, we'll take the credit. If it doesn't go well, we'll blame the past president saying that they didn't build a good enough foundation. So now it's gone well, so we'll take the credit for it. But on a serious note, I think it was just a fantastic team effort. There were too many people who just came in and supported us with the showcase event, from the sponsors to all the volunteers. This was an event which had 2,000 people actually coming in, so almost like a conference. So I think I'm still surprised how we pulled it off, so I can't tell you how we pulled it off.
You would have to kill me if you told me. I think he might have to kill me if he tells me the secret to how they really pulled it off, but I'd rather walk away from here on one piece. So I'm going to move to Michelle over here. Michelle, again, I'm told that you're a very, very regular member at all of the NHRD events. And the latest buzzword, I don't know about you, but you can't turn a corner these days without bumping into the word social media. Whatever the business, whether you're running the Kirana store or you're driving an auto rickshaw, you're pretty much on social media. It doesn't really matter. So Michelle, how does, you know, big into social media, a lot of the initiatives you've come up with, all of that. So what has been your key learning with respect to building, I think, you know, the relevance of social media into some of the activities of NHRD?
Yeah, so if you look at it at this generation, at this point of time, I think, you know, everybody is glued on to the social media and technology. kind of thing, So when we looked at this point of time, NHRD, if I go back on that, so why not look at social media? Facebook, Twitter is the medium that we kind of looked at, targeted that. And then looking at the next generation, where they can be part of NHRD and, get involved and come and, learn, share knowledge and things like that.
Right, and you just spoke about the next generation. I think plenty of that we indeed had a cake cutting ceremony, more symbolic than, I think anything else really, with a lot of children being part of this event, 25 years and then you have kids. But that really brings me to some of the students' programs that have really marked this special 25th year, and we've got Zishan over here. Zishan, you've got to tell us about this because, let's just face it, who was it? Asha, was it you who said all of us oldies doing all of this and that and the other, it's nice to see newbies come into the system? It was you, right? So, yeah. So he was talking about oldies and newbies. So how do you feel like a newbie sitting amidst some of us oldies?
It feels great. First of all, we should thank to these people to accommodate the student council in NHRD Bangalore because it's the only chapter who has student council.
Wow. A big hand of applause for NHRD Bangalore for yet another innovation.
And because of their blessing, we actually start our year with the triage competitions, which is the first one is Project November. We actually facilitate